Hey. Okay, everything likewise on my end looks good. Let me know how it looks on your end. Hey, everybody, what's going on? All right. So, y'all are starting to come on in here. What is going on, everybody? It's been a while, been a while. I'm going to wait until a couple more people come in. I'm going to wait till a couple more people come in. Hey there. And then we'll start chatting and we're going to get into using this journal. If you don't have your journal, go ahead and grab your journal, some paper, some pen, whatever you feel like, writing on. Y'all know how this goes. Hey, y'all. I see some of my originals that have been rocking with me from the start. I hope all is well with everybody. It's Friday, some of you all's favorite day. I hope you took time to celebrate your win, whatever that win may be. If you had a few losses, make sure you talk about those losses and how you can do things differently and what you actually learned from that loss, right? Every loss is not detrimental. Some losses actually help push you into your next win. All right, so we have a few people in here. As other people come in, they can actually go back and watch or they can watch the replay. So, hey, y'all, we are in October. I was thinking, I'm like, am I going to do that whole I've been gone for a while YouTube spiel? And I don't know if I want to do it. If it comes up in conversation, fine. If not, fine. All right. What I can say is we are in the fourth quarter. I know we hear this fourth quarter. Y'all probably hearing it. You're reading it everywhere. You're probably annoyed with it by now. And it's like, what in the heck is the fourth quarter? Fourth quarter basically means it's the last 3 months of 2019. And it's a time where people will typically take off or they will flatline. All right. And so at this point, you're deciding, what do you want to do with that? I have, for the last 9 months, been going back and forth, looking at things, what's been working, what's not. Our good old weekly recap reflection. And there are a lot of things that I don't want to bring into the fourth quarter. One of those things being said is the way that I run this particular channel. I don't want to get lost into planning. You all know that I love planning. Planning will not go away by any means, but what will happen is the focal point will be on journal moments and other aspects in my life. I did need to take a break. And this may kind of be like a little lesson for some of y'all that you can take what I'm saying and apply it to your life and utilize it how you choose if you find something out of it. One thing that I had to do was look at what really worked for me in YouTube. I set out goals in the beginning of this year and I wanted to be monetized. I got monetized. You may remember the saying, to whom much is given, much is required. And y'all, when you get monetized and you want to make money off of YouTube, you got to work. All right. And if you're not doing something that is fulfilling, you can burn out quite fast. When I say something that is fulfilling, and y'all, I'm about to start flipping through this. We'll talk about different journals in a minute. When I talk about fulfilling something, I mean in reference to, am I walking in my purpose? So I knew I wanted to do YouTube. I knew I wanted to be monetized. And somewhere along the way, I got a little comfortable with planners, right? Because it's easy to sell planner videos right now, even though that's even shifting. And in doing so, I lost a lot of who I am as far as my brand, my business, and actually bringing to you all what I designed to bring to y'all from the start. Journal Jot and Jive, okay? If you are new and you're coming on this video and you're like, okay, who is she? She's talking about all this stuff. I am a Renee. I am owner operator of Journal Jot and Jive. And y'all, I finally decided what my title was going to be. I was even struggling with that. I am a journal strategist. At the end of the day, I teach strategies to women on how to utilize their journal to show all aspects of their life. And that's what I'm here to do. Okay. So your girl has been over here soul searching. And doing so, I have felt every emotion possible. And in doing that, I've been writing in my journal. So hopefully you all have been doing that too. So this is my blackout journal. This journal, I kind of like to keep a little more on the positive side. I don't like to write too many like woe me moments in here. I like to have fun and see the pages pop. So you'll see a lot of vibrant colors pop off. And so that's what you're kind of seeing in here, okay? So what I'm going to do is set up the October page. If you are a person that has bought a blackout journal or you have black pages and you're trying to figure out how to use it, then you'll probably like this video. But before I do that, I did kind of want to show you how I have been journaling lately. And I use a variety of journals. I don't recommend a variety of journals if you are new to journaling because it can become a lot. But I do want to be able to show y'all different ways that I do journal. And what you see in front of me is, yes, a planner, but I'm not going to show you the planner. I'm going to kind of show you how you can use back pages. So if you are into the Hobonichi, if you've fallen down the Hobonichi rabbit hole, or if you have the print impressions and there's extra pages and you're like, what in the heck do I do with those extra pages? Consider journal moments. Hey, Joy. Consider journal moments. So what I started doing in the back of this book was playing around with it, right? What did I want to do with it? So I list make in the back and I create journal moments. So I'm trying to make sure I don't flip to... So I'm going to show you some blank layouts. So in October, I decided, hey, I'm going to use these little pages in the back because you get quite a few. And I wanted to add different areas where I could do journal moments. So I set this up for October, and this is a self-care page. So this page is where I'll be able to do some different things on here, ideas, and just small moments. Another page I did was just the Hello October page. I did a note to myself. So one thing when you're dealing with journal moments, often you will feel like I have to write a Dear Diary moment, or it has to be super long and drawn out. Y'all, this is still a journal moment, a small note to yourself, something that you kind of want to keep in front of you. Consider writing that. Go on Pinterest if you need some motivation because you can't dig deep just yet. And you like, girl, what am I going to write to myself? Whatever you want to feel or whatever you want to see in your life, write that in front of you. Because what happens often is we always talk about what we don't want, right? I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want this. But we never really say, I want to be happy. I want to be financially in tune. I want to go out more. We always talk about what you don't want. And so what happens is you're feeding not only yourself, but you're putting it in the atmosphere. So you're attracting everything that you say. So I've been working on that for myself as well. What I do want to kind of say is don't think because I'm coming in front of you instructing and giving ideas on how to journal that I have it all together. I don't. Okay, but what I do have is the push and the desire to move into the direction that I do want to go. So I like to write all aspects so I can see where adjustments need to be made. As I'm on here, y'all, because I don't know who's on here, you know, YouTube is just, some of you may be in the background, some of you may be in the forefront. If you have questions and you're comfortable asking them, go ahead and ask them, okay? There might be somebody that has the same question that you have in reference to a journal, how to get started. That is what I am here for. I also realized on my journey, if you're just joining right now, y'all, we're talking about how I journal, me reflecting, entering into Q4. One of the things I found myself doing was I was shrinking in my purpose. And what I mean by shrinking in my purpose, because I didn't get the responses that I wanted, I would always fall back because I'm like, well, shoot, they don't seem like they're interested. So, but again, when we go back to what I said, to whom much is given, much is required, I asked for this. And I wasn't as descriptive in my asking, right? So even in quarter 4, I'm more descriptive in, hey, this is what I want it to look like. This is the type of audience I would love to have. And audience, right? So those are some tips you can take. So on here I have goals. Now let's talk about goals. Y'all, our goals set weekly, daily, monthly, everything. There's a breakdown when people set goals where you write it out, but you don't do anything else, right? There's no action behind. You can utilize your journal for breaking down your goals. So again, I want to show you different ways that you can. It's not about dear, all about finding memes on social media and posting it. It's not about calling your friends complaining about what's not working. It's doing the self work. Like, are you willing to put in the time to work on yourself? And what I find is often a lot of us just like to hear ourselves talk, me included in certain areas. It sounds good. I'm saying I'm working on it. I'm writing it. I'm posting it. So it looks like I'm doing it, but am I really doing it? What you may want to consider too going into fourth quarter, don't get caught up in what you see on social media. We post what we want people to see. Now, I'm a little more transparent with it. So I'm one of those that'll tell you, girl, I had a great month this month. The next month, not so much, like September. I probably cried 15 out of the 30 days in September. Hands down. And I would be in front of you all the very next day telling you to write your heart out. And mind you, I would have written my heart out, but it's just one of those things that be mindful of what you're saying and taking it at face value, okay? Oh, thanks for saying that, Crystal. I get it. And here's the funny thing, y'all, right? I'd be like, oh, I want them to comment, but I'll be on the next YouTube video doing the very same thing. I'm planning, writing, and not saying anything, right? So, interesting enough. Winona said weekly goals work well. Yes, breaking your goals down work and not falling apart when your goals don't work. Let me not even say not falling apart. Feeling the emotion when the goals don't work out are fine, but staying stuck in that emotion is where the issue lies, right? So you may be disappointed, but what are you going to do about that disappointment? Are you going to keep talking about that disappointment over and over and saying, I'm sad it didn't work out? Or are you going to keep trying? Or are you going to keep working? Let me not say trying. A lot of times when you say, I'll try, I talk to a lot of my friends like this when they're like, I'm trying, and they're actually doing and making the moves. You want to put the effort toward the next step that you need to do. So as Peaches says, she writes her goals and then she writes the steps, right? So you'll see my goals right here, but I also break my goals down in my journal. I break them down in my planner. I am very detail driven with certain things. So I write in several different places so I can see them all the time. When it comes to like track daily spending, how do you turn your goals into a journal moment? So let's take this and break this down and how you would turn this into a journal moment. So you say, okay, I want to track my daily spending. Why do you want to track your daily spending? What will tracking your daily spending help you do, right? So you prompt yourself those questions, and those are the questions that you answer in your journal, right? Your journal is basically you talking to yourself and having a conversation without feeling that you need to talk to everybody else in that moment. So you treat your journal like your home girl, like girl, like y'all, I talked in my journal like I talked to some of my friends. Like I even laugh at myself in my journal moments. And then a few of you all have had access to seeing like how I write in my journal on Instagram, okay? So just be open and honest with yourself. So you're like, I want to track my daily spending. I want to track my daily spending to see where my money is going, how I am spending it properly, and how I'm spending it improperly. Then inappropriately. Oh, I don't know which word that was supposed to be. Whatever. And then you'll say, how am I going to track my spending? Hey, Miss Unique. You're going to say, how am I going to track my spending? Well, I'm going to track it by creating a tracker inside of my Hobonichi. I'm going to track it in my budget planner. And I may even do digital notes, whatever that case may be. After that, you say, okay, am I going to do a weekly recap on how my spending went? You make those decisions. So if you're going to do a weekly recap, that journal moment will be, ooh, this week I feel like I spent too much money. How did it make me feel? What am I going to do different? The weekly recap method, if you all incorporate it, you can use it in any situation possible. Family, finances, friends, self-care, whatever you do, you can do the breakdown so that you can actually do the work. All right. So then we have, I'm not going to go over all of them, but we have resume YouTube. Okay. So I turned this into a journal moment and a goal, like goals that I'm structuring. Why do I want to resume YouTube? I genuinely miss it, right? It's something that I actually like doing, but I got burned out because I was focusing more on planners versus journals. And I really didn't have that plan structured out, right? If you're not walking in the direction that you're supposed to walk in, you're going to be going everywhere but where you're supposed to go. And so that was what was happening with me as far as journaling and putting the content out on YouTube. I was just finding a planner because your girl can throw stickers down all day long in a planner, y'all. Like it just that's just what I do, right? So it comes natural, it comes easy, but I was losing myself within that journey of Journal Jot and Jive. Okay, so I did a journal entry on my why. Revisit your why. So that's a journal moment that you can do. And then, like I said, I started my daily spending. And then another thing that I created in my Hobonichi, and so again, if you're joining, I'm just showing you how I use my Hobonichi for journal moments and reflective moments, okay? So this right here, I had some old stickers, some new stickers, and I said, okay, we're going to put a page together. And I was motivated by this page. I think her page is called Journal with Purpose, Journal on Purpose, something like that. I can't remember offhand. And so she does a Reasons to Be Proud page. And I thought it was really, really cool, right? Because a lot of times we will see gratitude pages and I'm thankful for. And often when we do the gratitude pages and I'm thankful for, we take the focus off of us. Like we don't really put the focus. What am I really proud about? Like I started working out again. I was proud. Okay. I was sweating. I was out of shape. My pants was rolling down, but I'm still proud. Okay. So that I put down in here. So what I'm doing in here is 31 days of what I'm proud for. So every single day, there is one win or one thing that I should be able to be proud about that I'll write down. So that is how I'm using that as a journal moment, okay? So it'll be other pages in here added. So that's to give you some ideas on how you can incorporate journal moments within your planner, but not necessarily on the planner page. So most planners have extra sheets in them. So that's how you can use it. All right. So this is my new little baby, y'all. We talked about her a little briefly, but she's a Stalogy. That's how I pronounce it. Okay. Hope that's how it's said. She's a Stalogy. She is a A6 size, which is kind of roughly a 4x6. It's just that perfect little shape. It's small. Now, if you write big, that might not be your book, but it comes in several different sizes. It does come in a size like this, which could be considered the A5. It comes in a B6, which I'm definitely looking into a B6 later, and don't know any other sizes. Those are the main sizes that I saw. Okay, so I started this in August, at the end of August, and if y'all see, I've been in it. Like, I love seeing the pages get old in planners, in journals. So this is where I am. All right, so here you have right here my start date. I love writing the date that I start my journal. That is something that you may want to consider a tip. What time did you start your journal? And when did you finish? Oh yeah, Joy, you're going to need the A5. Your bubble writing, the A5 will be right up your door. Okay, so what I do like about this, y'all, this I can combine everything. I can combine small journal moments. I can combine a list and even a planner moment if I want it. It comes blank. It's pretty much blank. So if you're not into like just straight blank paper, it won't be the booklet for you. I call it more of a notebook, okay? But a lot of people refer to it as a planner because they use it for bullet journaling. All right, so I've just been utilizing and shopping my stash using pens that I've bought in abundance over the years, highlighters, stickers, anything that you have. One thing when you're using your journals that I could kind of guide you with, if you are a planner chick, use your planner stuff in your journal. You can utilize it. Like, you're not stuck in a box. The only reason you're stuck in a box is because you're allowing yourself to be there. So I utilize stickers. This is a sticker from my shop called It's Above Me Now. Just some highlighters, some pens, and I just told myself to allow the pen to flow. I kind of like writing some kind of note in the beginning. And then I literally will do small journal moments. Some stuff, I might just put a sticker, that and some little paper, and boom, we're done. Journal moment, journal art. There are so many variety ways. Like, once you stick with me a little longer and you get a little comfortable with just trying. Now, at that point, some of you will just try because you might try and be like, that ain't it. Or just attempting to do it. Then I think a lot of you all will kind of see that this thing is not as bad as I thought it was. And if you have been here from the beginning of this live, we will talk about what we don't want or what we don't like, but we never really focus on what it is that we do want. And so for me, I need a constant reminder, girl, speak life, speak the things that you want. So that's right there. And then, like I said, more journal entries. My child, school, play, flag, football, y'all, they be getting them little goose eggs. But I like to capture the moment. We're going to capture the moment, the great, the good, and the not so good. And so I just go through, and whatever I feel like on that day, I do it. I like it because it's smaller. I don't have to like fill up a whole lot of pages at the time. So it's really been working well for me. These are my September goals, little bucket list, little calendar. So again, I like it because it gives me more free creative range. That's the type of journal that I like. So this is Self-Care Daily, just a page to remind me to focus on self-care. Live Daily. And then this says there are 365 days in a year. Stop settling to embrace only 104 days. And if you're not catching that, what that means is stop running to Friday to say that you're living life. I'm really big on not complaining about Monday and not rushing to Friday. And the reason I say that is because if you're rushing to Friday, you're really not living in the moment of each day. Most people are like, oh, well, I had to work. I don't like work. And y'all know I'll tell you every time, if you don't like work, change your situation. And the only person that's stopping you is you. And then this was a game day, but they ended up canceling it. It turned into a scrimmage. I didn't print out a photo. And then a wedding. So I like journaling about events, right? Like, so if you go somewhere, how was the event? Did you snap a small photo? A lot of us take pictures, a lot of pictures. But if you lost all your pictures tomorrow, you would kind of be upset. So if it's like a strong, or not a strong picture, but if it's like a really momentum, post it, print it. Like, you can print it on regular paper, shrink it down to size, and put it in your journal entry. I love a good brain dump. And then again, y'all, it's just journal moments all throughout. This was literally a planner page inside of my journal. So I call it more of a notebook because I'm gonna change what I put in it pretty much. So this says how to journal. I posted this a while back, and it was just giving y'all a couple of steps. Number one, stop saying you can't. Y'all heard that country. Stop saying you can't or it's whack. Okay, so let's go ahead and dissect what I mean by stop saying it's whack. Most people say using a journal is whack, but let me break it down to y'all. Probably, I'm going to go ahead and give a high number. Probably 80% of you all journal digitally. And what do I mean by journal digitally? Let's go back in time when good old Renee was just the tell you how I feel via social media, okay? I was to write a dissertation, and y'all know I still write long journal things, so times that by 20 when I would write my booklets on Facebook, okay? If I was upset with my child's father, if I was upset with life, if I was upset with my finances, you knew everything. You knew I gave you my journal entry in the flesh for free, okay? So what I mean by that is there are so many people that you write everything about your life. You write it consciously and you write it subconsciously. I could probably go to everybody's page on here. And because I'm very analytical and I pay attention to detail, body language, writing, the styles of writing, I can tell you when you're mad at your boo. I can tell you when you like, ooh, I shouldn't have spent that money. I can tell you when you're mad at your family members. I can tell you when you love your family members. I can tell you when you're proud. But when you turn around in your real life, most of you have not even written that down in a booklet or anything so that you have real memories. Snapshot memories don't last long. And so what I mean by that is most of us feel like, oh, I can hold on to it. I'll remember it. We don't remember all details that well, but if you write in the moment after you got back from an event on that day or the next day, you have more memories to remember. And especially when you do the good moments, when you're having not so good moments, you actually have something to reflect back to realize that, oh, okay, 2019 was not as bad as I thought it was. But so often, if you are in your journal, you're only writing about the not so good. If you don't journal at all, you really don't focus on the good moments. And when you do, it's like, oh, I got a raise. Oh, but I can't stand my job. That girl at my job gets on my nerves. So having a journal allows you to kind of see your life just in print. And then when you leave a lot of that stuff off of social media, it doesn't give people room to talk and to hold on to things that you might have grown from, but they're still holding you hostage to the things that you introduced them to. All right. So that's that. Number 2, grab a pen and some paper. You don't have to have a fancy journal. You don't have to go buy a $20 journal. And I often will tell y'all like, hey, I do like expensive journals, but I'm not pushing that on anybody. Now, if you go out there and you buy it because you feel like if I journal in what she's going to journal in, it's going to make me journal, I can't stop you. But what I will say is start where you are. You can journal on a piece of paper and you can tape it into a book. Whatever you need to do, you just want to get that pen flowing. If you just start with saying, hello, today is October 4th. That's a journal entry for your day, just to kind of get into the routine. And I just said that, right? Number 3, start by writing the date. Just get the pen moving. Stop thinking about what's going to come out on the paper or how does it look? Is it neat enough? It's not nice enough. Like, yeah, it's yours. You got to realize when you're looking at some of these pages on social media, some of us do this for a couple of reasons. I like it, and it's a source of income, okay? We're not going to sugarcoat some of this stuff. It's a source of income for me. So in order for people to buy into my brand, buy into my services, buy into what I sell, it has to be seen, right? Your stuff does not have to be seen. So what are you afraid of? If it's one of those, what if somebody finds it? Buy a lockbox. Just stop creating the excuses and running from something that very well may be the one thing that you're missing out of your life that will kind of give you the calm that you're missing. So then we go to number 4, find an inspirational quote, write it, and then you're going to write how and why does it inspire you. That is one way to journal weekly. Write about a quote, something inspirational. Number 5, follow Journal Jot and Jive. Okay, that's number 5. Follow me on my various platforms. I have platforms from free to paid, and I'm pretty sure that you can gain something from all of them. When I say platforms, we have, of course, right here. Hey, Tammy. Of course, we have that I am on YouTube, okay? So if you haven't subscribed yet and you've stuck around this long, that means you like, I kind of think I like something about it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so every time I post, you are in the know. You can also follow me on Instagram at Journal Jot and Jive. You can also follow me on my actual website, which is journaljotandjive.com. Scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter, and have the information that you need to know about anything that's coming out. And there actually will be a blog opening up on my actual site, community tab on here. We have a Facebook page. So it's a little bit for everybody, y'all. Your girl is over here working. So we have a Facebook page. That group is called The Official Journal Jot and Jive. You will see other Journal Jot and Jives. Don't join those. It's The Official. Joy, if you can type that in the comments for me. It's The Official Journal Jot and Jive. That's for Facebook. And then we have Patreon. Okay, Patreon is a subscription service. This service is where women are investing into themselves as well as into Journal Jot and Jive. A certain amount per month to get something in exchange. Okay, so there's different tiers. You have the $5 tier, which is just saying, hey girl, I like what you're doing, let me invest into Journal Jot and Jive, do what you do. That's that. You'll see an occasional post. The $10 post, you have access to Monday lives. I believe it's 2 Monday lives. And you also get a shorter journal prompt version of the journal prompts. And then the $25 tier gets everything everybody else gets, and they get journal prompts for the month. And these are prompted journal prompts, and they're themed, okay? So I do have a few Patreons on here. I love them. It's amazing. Thank you, Crystal. And, you know, we push the envelope, y'all. Like, we write about a little bit of everything. This month's theme is the road ahead. Last month was fall into self-care on purpose. And when I say journal prompts, they're not the how was your day journal prompt. Okay. They're nowhere like that. Okay. So if you're interested, you can head over to patreon.com/Journal Jot and Jive, and you can get all that information as well. All right. So that's that. All right, y'all. So I'm going to just do some quick flipping so y'all can see. And then we're going to go ahead and work in our black book. And so you'll see, I just like having fun. This is blank. I just really wanted to use my little stickers, but I don't know what I want to write. So it's blank. So if I want to set up a page, I set up a page. These are affirmations. Affirmations, y'all, like, if you're going to write them, make sure you're going to say them, and make sure you're going to try to practice them, okay? So y'all know my phrase, don't go alone to get along. Affirmations do work if you believe in them. If you don't believe in them, don't waste your ink. Research it. So I am by nature, I like to research. I like to define stuff. Again, my Patreon's on here. They'll let you know. You go every month, all right? I like to look into why am I doing affirmations? So yes, you're going to see things on social media, and you're going to probably follow the hashtags of journaling. You're going to probably habit track. But when you start doing these things, y'all, make sure you know your why. Don't do it to go along to get along. Make sure that it's something that's going to be beneficial for you, because what end up happening is 2019 will roll by and you're like, dang, if I didn't do this, I would have been here. So find those adjustments now, adjust, and keep growing. All right. So again, these are just journal entries. There's one that I'm going to skip for sure. These are recaps, just notes. So a lot of this stuff you all have seen posted on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I love using a couple of flowers, stickers to brighten up the pages. If you're a little intimidated with journaling because you feel like, oh, it's just going to be in black and white, get you some highlighters, get you some stickers that you have around the house, okay? I feel like most people on here, you already have some things that you can actually use. So yeah, y'all, this is my baby. I love this little thing. It's really, really fun. So that's that. And again, that's the Stalogy. All right, y'all. I done gave y'all some little motivation. So let's go and get this October page set up. So I was thinking, y'all, like, I like this little cutting up the book a little bit. So this is a blackout journal. This is Archer and Olive. This is a pricey journal. Hit up Amazon to try and look for some other journals if you want to try a blackout journal. I would not encourage to get this as your first journal, especially if you're not going to be consistent, because it's expensive. And even if you have it, if you're not going to use it, it's just an expensive investment to waste money on, in my opinion. All right, so this is going to be flat, and then this is going to be cut, because like this black paper sometimes streaks, so I want to cut it. So I think I want to cut it in half, and then I think I want to round the corners. And so y'all, here's the thing. When I do journal art or setting up fun pages, I kind of go with the flow. So if you're looking for something that's relaxing or something, place the pen to paper, I would kind of encourage trying something like this, just to kind of get your mind relaxed. All right. So I'm going to use some jagged scissors, the art scissors. And those are the ones that have like the different patterns on them. I feel like I always gravitate toward the same one. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's try these. All right, so I am going to cut this page first. And I'm not doing an exact measurement. Alright. Then I'm going to take the X-Acto toward the end part because it can't reach there. And then that's just going to allow it to open all the way up, to split in half, okay? So that's a little split page. And again, y'all, I don't know what's going on there. I have no clue. All right, y'all, so I'm tired of talking, so can y'all type something? What y'all got going on this weekend while I figure out what I'm doing with this little bit right here? Y'all have any plans for the weekend? This is a paper cutter. It just has a little design in it, so I'm going to put this on here. Go at the top one. Ooh, Crystal, girl, send me some of that energy, girl. Get that house in order. Hey, Juicy Fly Plans. Yes, just resting sometimes. That's awesome. And yes, Joy, sit yourself down somewhere, okay? Okay, so you're going to work out in the morning? Yeah, Tammy, I'm going to get my workout in the morning as well. Then my son has a game. Awesome. Okay, so y'all got some plans. Some plans to just relax. Now this white pen, I'm not 100% on this pen. So what I'm going to do is wait on that real quick. Let's just wait on that. All right, so I'm going to highlight edge of this because I want the edge to stick out. Oh, the corner rounders. So Joy, when you're looking for those, wait till they go on sale. Corner rounders, the paper cutters, because they can be extremely expensive. And I typically get mine on, I get them on sale. Well, now I get them on sale, and then my godmom gave me a whole collection of craft stuff, y'all, because she used to make cards. So. Oh, thank you, Monique. Yes, y'all, Monique is a patron on Patreon. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know, Joy. Oh, you went into Michael's? Yeah, Michael's actually has some nice journal stuff. So, if you're ever in Michael's and you're looking for so there is a variety of styles of using a journal. And I like, and you're going to see me bring this element in, I like craft paper. I like kind of that little ancient looking type stuff. Oh, awesome. A cruise. Enjoy it. I've never been on a cruise, y'all. I don't want to drink all the water and I get motion sickness. However, Yes. I'm just gonna have to take me some Dramamine and get a shot because I would love to do some journaling on the side while on a cruise. Okay, so you got your glue runners. All right, so as y'all see, this is just adding a little border. And these are Jane Davenport paint over pens. So like you can actually write on top of these with another color. Now, with that being said, these are one of those when Jane Davenport, when you see her stuff go on sale for 30%, that's when you get her stuff. Because baby girl plays no games. I got those. You talking about the blue one? Those are, ooh, joy. I believe Amazon is one place for sure, but I believe they're in Hobby Lobby, like in an actual store. Yeah, I believe they're in Hobby Lobby. So if it appears that I know how to draw a straight line, y'all, don't be fooled. This is a dot grid journal. I don't know how it's showing up on your screen, but it is a dot grid. So I am drawn to dot grid journals. I like the Archer and Olive and Scribbles That Matter. They have finally changed their paper again because that last one had me a little sad. But I love a good dot grid journal. All right, so that's one page. We're going to add a little pop of color to this, and we're going to add more of a border. Borders bring your journal pages to life as well, so that's something you can try. Oh yeah, they do have a purple Scribbles That Matter. They sure do. All right. Where is my... No, I don't want this color, y'all. I'm looking for a... I am looking for... I'm looking for another pop of color, but that blue is not what I was looking for right now. So we're going to do this copper one for right now. Yeah, Peaches. So the funny thing is, I've been looking at Dutch door examples for a while, but I can't do it with planning. A lot of them do it with planning, but it just would not work for me planning wise. But I was like, well, let me try it in a journal. And I like it in the journal. And so like if you decide to cut one of your pages up, y'all, you can put whatever you want on there. Like, so remember this particular journal right here, I kind of like a little upbeat type stuff. Girl, you in that centipede. Yeah, so a Dutch door is like just this little flap. And then I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do with this other page too. I'm just in the folding mood. I'm not going to fold it today, but you can actually fold your pages. All right, so we need to pull in something that's a little more bright. I need something bright because this ain't it. Oh, get it. Tell her amazing. I love when little girls journal. Y'all, if y'all have daughters, start them. Even if you have sons, you can introduce them to journal art if they like to draw. Yes. Girl, get your journal together. All right, so this is something that I'm writing to myself, elevating my vision. That's something that I'll be doing in this fourth quarter, but of course this is for October. So those are some things. So if y'all notice, I have this sheet under here, so if I come off the page, it doesn't go on to the second page. All right, so that's just my base. Now, if you ever have, like, I want to write something thick, but I want stuff to kind of step off the page, that's where you go in and kind of highlight around it or make it pop off of the page. I just have to decide what color I would like to do with that. And when I'm using the jelly rolls, you want to make sure that they are an 06 or a souffle, or they are metallic. Sometimes the metallic doesn't show as well. Let's see if this one shows. Yeah, that metallic is, it's okay. Or feel like some of my pens just got up and walked away. Now, the only thing with the souffle, if you have the souffle pens and you're like, oh, these are garbage, they don't work, they do. What it is when you're using it, it shows up kind of transparent, and then it's going to dry into like a pasty, whatever the color. So if it's an orange, it's going to do a dry paste orange. If it is a green, it's going to be like a pasty green. So if you've ever been wondering, like, why are these pens like that, it's not you. You didn't do anything wrong. All right. So what looks like it's about to happen, let me see. I got one more thing I think I can try. We might not be having this little orange thing that I want. Yeah, so that's a no-go. So let's pop in this green. And we have a pop of color, finally. All right, so if you did something like this and you have elevating my vision, and it's like, okay, so what the heck can I do with that? Like, what would you do with it? I would go on the back and kind of write a couple of notes, or if I wanted to go into the affirmation things, find affirmations that deal with visions. What I want to say daily as I'm working on elevating my vision and revamping certain things, I could put those on the back. So those affirmations can go on the back. You just flip them over, and it's something that you can look at daily. All right, so we know we also need to go in and write October. And I have to decide how I want to write October. I think I am going to... I think I'm going to look in some papers that I have. Okay, so I have plain craft paper. I also have foil sheets. It's still cardstock. Yeah, I know I live for a good floral. So I'm just pulling out these different books to see if, ooh, hey, wood grain, if anything sticks out to me. Ooh, y'all know that. Ooh, that's real cute. Ooh. Yes, Joy, you can have that. So I think we're going to do some layering, y'all. I done got real excited. I think we're going to have a couple of, some layering going on. Right? And so when I take paper, y'all, I like to tear it. Oh, got another wood frame. Hey, Leah. So the average person will look at this and be like, girl, what the heck is you about to do with all of that right there? I absolutely love texture, layering, different colors, popping in. And this is the part of creative journaling that I like. And this is what relaxes me. So we're going to layer some of this stuff. And we're going to let that be like the base. And so we know that I have elevating my vision. So I'm going to be on the move. For everybody that's Patreon, y'all know that we are the road ahead. So y'all know I'm feeling this little map. So I'm excited. Y'all, I really do be like this off screen, like excited, like, ooh, girl, that's going to be cute. So you got to talk to yourself. Enjoy it. Make it fun. And then I also mentioned, like, y'all, if you ever go back and read, once you come out of a storm, valley, the peak with peaks and valley, if you're in the valley and you finally come out the valley and you're in your peak season, go back and read some of the stuff that you have written. If you're in a good place, not if you halfway there, because we don't need you going back in the valley, okay? But if you are in your peak season, y'all go back and read some of your journals. Y'all, I literally be in tears, like, and not bad tears. Like, I be in tears like, girl, you was so dramatic. I don't know if any of y'all had that, but some of that stuff is the funniest thing ever. Like, girl, what? And that's another reason I like using a journal. It just allows you to kind of see your growth. Things that you thought were so bad, a lot of times it's just like, girl, be glad it didn't work out. And that's in any situation. It ain't all about dating and stuff. But yeah, so have fun with your journals. Pull out the items that you have. Y'all, this is that little finger X-Acto knife. Oh gosh, it's just great. Now, if you clumsy though, if you feel like you're gonna cut yourself, let's just not. And remember to utilize your scraps. So, Joy, your journal's not supposed to look like mine. Your journal's supposed to be like yours. No journal will ever look alike. And I understand what you're saying because I be on some pages. I'm like, they so talented. Cute is relative, though. Like, right? So you may think some of this stuff is cute. It could be some other folks on here like, girl, what is she doing? Like, what is she doing? This glue stick is from Hobby Lobby. It's Scotch. So it is a permanent glue stick, okay? We've had this conversation in the past. Y'all put your kids' glue sticks down, okay? And Crystal, get your baby a craft glue stick when she gets heavy into her journaling, because her glue stick from school, she need to use that at school. She needs to like art glue stick at home for her beautiful journal, because I know her pages are amazing right now. I know she is just over there making stuff happen. So yeah, if you're gonna get into a glue stick and you're not with a tape runner and you don't have glue and stuff, look into the Scotch Create. It's really good. It's like a really fat jumbo size. They do come in the smaller size as well. If you are just joining, welcome to the channel. Welcome to October. Get them going. Make sure you catch the replay. There's information. And thanks for stopping by. Oh, wait a minute. Now you didn't tell me a little more. Y'all, Lilac, her journals are so cute. Like, I love her page. I'm gonna put her in my stories today. Yeah, I love her journal pages. They just make you want to keep going back to her pages. Like the way she explains like life or just an event she's gone to, they're just super cute. So if you need journal ideas, y'all look up pages. Follow the hashtag journaling, journal pages. Follow the hashtag Journal Jot and Jive. I'm going to start hashtagging that more. And I also want to encourage you all, if you're going to be into posting your pages, hashtag Journal Jot and Jive so that people can kind of find some different things to do or whatever, like different ideas. I think once y'all see more and it's like it's not as intimidating, I think you'll journal more. Oh, that's right. She does have the YouTube. I gotta catch up on your videos. I keep forgetting you have YouTube as well. Thank you. Okay, so if y'all see, I'm literally just folding paper. I do also do a method where I tear paper where it's not so perfect, because I don't like everything looking super perfect on my pages, especially when we're doing junk journal pages. I don't like perfection. The thing to consider if you're going to get into pages where you're just slapping different things all over, I know some of you all are gonna, because I can get like this at times, you're gonna want everything aesthetically like in line and in place. But if you get into junk journal pages, you'll start learning how to layer, slap and washi in a whole nother direction. And then that's gonna give you the creativity that you're probably looking for that you haven't found just yet. All right, I'm gonna take a corner rounder and I'm just gonna round, I believe, one side in my mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna round one side. I'm gonna bring in some cohesiveness where we added this little punch on this. I'm gonna put it over here. And it does not have a backing, as you see, so I'm just moving this off screen. All right, and so now what we're doing, we're just getting into layering. I haven't even written October in yet. So I'm just adding whatever elements I think I want. Yes, those punches. Like, and I have so many other ones that I keep forgetting about. All right, so we put that down. Now we want to kind of pull in and if you notice, y'all, I don't craft neat, okay? I don't journal neat. I don't craft neat. So a lot of times you'll see stuff and it's scripted is not the best way I can tell y'all. A lot of stuff that we do comes across scripted, but when it comes to like genuinely journaling, nah, it ain't no neat situation. No, nothing about it. All right, so now we need our mat. And today is a folding type of day. So again, if you've ever scrapbooked in the past, if you've ever done card making, or you just buy all the things, yeah, I'll pull that stuff out. Okay, so I want some jagged edges to this, but I need to pull in some of that little floral for it to work. And I'm gonna round all sides on this floral one. I'm not gonna do anything as far as punching. And so if you're noticing, I don't even have a lot of words on here yet. Your journal moments can be done without writing a word at all. Like if you have pictures, if you had magazine, like even if you didn't want to handwrite, if you had magazines, you can pull out magazine words. So it's so many ways that you can do stuff. You can even use some of those horizontal stickers in your journals, Joy. In my journal, and what I mean about peekaboo sheets, it'll just fold down and then I can kind of write a little message to myself on the inside. All right, so I think I'm gonna put it at this dot right here. So let's just say I want to write a note to myself, but I don't necessarily want to see it in my face every single day. Then you can kind of do the peekaboo sheets is what I kind of call them. Or the peekaboo doors. All right, so that's that. And then I don't really think I'm gonna pull in the map over here. I think I'm gonna keep that right there. All right, so that's that. And remember, these are doors. So this flips over. All right, so now we need to figure out, am I writing October here? Like, what do I want to do to pull in October? And as much as I said I'm not going to use this little blue, y'all, I'm kind of seeing this blue actually working on this spread. So I believe I'm going to pull it in here. What are you talking about? This part right here, Joy? So this journal entry could be viewed as several different journal entries, right? So this could be viewed as the cover page for October. This could be its own journal entry if I opted for it to be. And then remember, elevating my vision on the back is where my affirmations are going to go. Now, when I get to this other side, I just have to decide, what do I want to do? Do I want this a continuation? For me, I'm probably just going to cover it with some craft paper. I'm probably going to take all of this type of paper and do a junk page so that I don't have to make it make too much sense on the other side. And so all I'm doing is just kind of putting a little shadow behind this so it just doesn't look like it's just blending in and it's just out of place. Uh-huh. The doodle journal is fun. I don't know why y'all be fighting me with the little doodling. Oh, finally, Joy. Finally. And so y'all remember how I said you can write on top of the paint marker? And this is the Jane Davenport. Crystal, they be fighting me. I'm like, just draw a small little picture. Draw a flower. All right, so y'all see how that kind of makes it pop just a little bit. And I'm still going to go around with a border. When I find my thicker black pen that I'm looking for. Yes, don't fight, y'all. Do not, if you can move past perfectionism, you'll be able to do it, right? Um, when you make a mistake, and again, nobody really will know, but if you make a mistake, you always find ways to kind of clean it up. Stickers, a piece of washi. I'm just convinced my little thicker marker was supposed to be over here. But yeah, washi tape. Any little thing like that. See, I just literally went off the line as we was talking about it. And because I went off the line, all I'm going to do is just make it a thicker border. An easy little fix, because you got to think the back of this is black. All right, and so like on the inside in here, you can just put whatever you want. If you kind of want to decorate it or kind of make it cohesive, to make it cohesive, I would just go in. I like stitch bordering. And so y'all notice that this is going to fall off the page. So all I'm going to do is open this up as flat as it can get where it's not off. And then I'm just going to add the other. Yeah, it's so easy, y'all, because I'm not all the way cured as far as not trying to redo something. Because I used to be the type to throw the whole spread away. Just so extra, y'all. Like, when I tell you I can be dramatic, I can be real dramatic sometimes. And knowing me, I'm going to still finish that somehow off the screen. I'm just keeping that open for a second. Dry. And I just kind of like pull in whatever colors I use. I'm going to pull them in at some point. And so this page right here would probably serve, or this little flip up, again, it's going to be more of a note to self. So that's fine. Remember, this is the elevating my vision. Now, a couple of things when I do my monthly pages. So this one right here is like a Hello May. It's a little basic. Where's our June? This was Hello June. You know, just a little basic. So you can make it whatever. If you wanted to, you could go in here and you can put your goals and you can kind of write that your goals list down. You can do a word of the year. It's whatever you want to make it. Just don't want to overthink it. So again, whatever you want. So that's that page. That's my intro page. If you have a sticker doll, a lot of us buy stickers. The possibilities are endless. You can actually even write on this section right here. Like, a lot of people don't utilize their space. I would do something with this right here. Let me see if this is dry. If it's not, okay. So anytime you're doing something and it's not dry, put a piece of paper in between it. So remember, Joy was asking like, hey, does this serve as a total journal thing? All I'm going to do is fill up this page. Thank you. I'm just going to fill up this page randomly. And we're going to start with what we have. Oh yeah, I forgot to remind you. Try to keep your top on your glue because it will dry out. Because I'm like, why is this stiff? And so again, this is where it comes in where you don't have to put everything super straight on a page. Looking to see what other colors we have. We got a little yellow in there. Now we're going to start pulling out a little washi. At this point, we shopping stashes right now. Did I use? I think I used all the little flour, y'all. I used all my little flour stuff. Add your little cohesive border if you choose. Let me see what else we have over here. Yeah, I'm just at this point, I'm looking at stuff that's in front of me. I know you're like, what is she grabbing for? I'm looking at stuff in front of me to see if I have any more scraps that I would want to use. And was that sheet that I had under the pages just so I wouldn't mark on one half of the black. So I use your scraps. Your scraps can get you far. Didn't have enough flour on it. And so what you can do in areas, I'm just giving ideas now. So when you have small spaces like this, if you have smaller handwriting, you can actually write small little quotes. You can actually write, if you don't have small handwriting, you could go down and write an inspirational word, a word that you want to reflect on. You may pick a word for the month. You can write that. And then when you flip over, you're just back at a blank slate, right? So, and it's a little bit different, but it still kind of ties in slightly because we have our wood grain back there and then the map. Even on this map, you could write a journal entry on there with a white pen or a pen that can pop off of a dark page. Those are usually going to be your Sakuras. Some of these pens write the metallic Kaiser color. Hey, how are you? So you can use those too. So your junk journal pages are whatever you want them to be. There's no wrong or right reason. Do I have not so good journal pages? Yeah, absolutely. And they'll even be cute. You wouldn't even know. Like if I did a speed flip through and you couldn't pause and read the words, I have pages that probably look like, oh, that is so cute. But if you read it, you'd be like, oh, girl, get it together. So one thing that helps me when I have a variety of type of entries I want to put, I just make the page pop so that I still want to come back. And so just so you can kind of see how white would pop off of this page, I'm going to do a couple of the little dots that you will typically see. Done on pages. You can even go inside of your flowers and little stuff if you want to add extra to it. And again, a lot of this is more so when you're just doing junk journal pages and you're relaxing. That's where I add all the little extra stuff in. You can go and do that. So you can write how am I feeling? Y'all, when I say anything, like we're going to put something like, let's see. I'm going to do, and I don't always write in the same direction. Again, remember, this is your journal. Whatever you want to do in it. So I'm doing the write your heart out where I put the heart symbol. Now, sometimes with your white, you do kind of have to go over. It just depends on the brand. I like Sakura's Jelly Roll pen. They're going to be a little bit finer, but I like, and I have to get some more because I've used all of mine, the Milky Pop white. I like that one as well. Oh, you got it. Awesome. I'm glad you got it. Yes, y'all, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So definitely take care of yourself. Check on those that you need to check on around you. And write about the experiences. If you have to go get a doctor's visit, that's a journal entry, right? All right, so the not so good, Joy. I don't use the word ugly, but of course you can use whatever word you want. I don't like saying like the ugly. I just say the good journal, the great, the good, and the not so good. So yeah, this is the white one. Oh, it's trying to work a little bit. Not for real. Just a little bit. So yeah, y'all, these paint markers are some of my faves on darker paper. The other colors right on light paper as well. Okay, so far I just put speak life daily. I remember I told you I kind of like that. And then there is good in each day. So I wrote that as well. So again, this right here, I'm just writing things that I can reflect on. And I'm just filling up that extra page because I know I'm not going to want to just do a whole spread on the back of this. So hopefully while y'all are watching me, some of you all have pulled out a journal and got motivated to try something. Even if it's your first time, you gotta start somewhere. So yeah, remember I mentioned the souffle pen that you can't see it initially. That's what's going on right here. It looks like I didn't draw anything. Yes, Tammy, cardstock. Yeah, if y'all got that cardstock, pull the cardstock out, add it where you need to. If you got blank cards, add it where you need to. Yeah, I'm probably sitting on more stuff than you know. So y'all see those paint markers you write on top? All I did was I'm just literally filling in stuff, y'all. I just put be bold, reminder, be bold each day. And again, this type of journal entry, y'all, is more kind of like relaxing. You're just doing what you feel like doing at the moment. Oh yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, yeah, you can use napkins in your journals. Decorative napkins. You can use anything. I like using receipts. Like if you go out and like say it was a memorable time and you're like, oh, I really want to remember that. I had a really great time. Don't sleep on using your receipts in your journals as memories. Everything doesn't have to be a picture. Girl, listen, you can learn a lot from him asking for more. You know what, Joy, I'm glad you mentioned homeless people. There's some inspirational people you can meet. They have no fear. If I haven't learned anything else living in Atlanta, homeless people have no fear. And you can learn a whole bunch of life lessons from them because half of us wouldn't last a day. I used to work at this salon downtown in Atlanta, and they would be around before they closed down the homeless shelter. They're very interested. Like their hustle and their grind, I mean, is unmatched. Like, unmatched. And they will tell you, like, I don't want this, I don't like that. And you do be like, sorry, I had y'all looking at the sky. Maybe it's back now. I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay, y'all. So I'm just trying to close it out because it was lagging to the point I had to stop my phone and it keeps going back and forth. So what it is I think my phone is overheating. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining. I hope you got something from the live. Make sure you watch the replay in case you need some additional. That is it for me. If you like, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button and that notification bell. And I'll later fill this out and finish the rest of that. So I am out of here. Good night.